Welcome to this tutorial on new-ps session, one of the most powerful CMDlets in PowerShell remoting. This CMDlet allows you to create persistent remote connections that you can reuse throughout your workflow. Unlike one-time remote commands, new-ps session establishes a connection that stays open, making it ideal for scenarios where you need to execute multiple commands on the same remote computer without the overhead of reconnecting each time. New-ps session creates a persistent connection to a remote computer that you can reuse multiple times. Think of it as opening a door to a remote system and keeping that door open for as long as you need it. The connection stays active, which means you can send multiple commands through the same session without establishing a new connection each time. This persistent session also preserves the session's state, meaning variables and functions you define in the session remain available for subsequent commands. This makes your remote management workflow much more efficient and streamlined. The basic syntax for new-ps session is straightforward. You use the CMDlet followed by the hyphen computer name parameter and specify the target computer name in quotes, such as server01. When you run this command, PowerShell creates a session and automatically stores it in a special automatic variable called $PS session. This variable is maintained by PowerShell and contains all sessions you create during your PowerShell session. However, for better control and explicit management, it's recommended to store your sessions in your own custom variables. The best practice is to store your session in a custom variable for explicit control. You do this by assigning the new-ps session command to a variable, like $session. For example, $session equals new-ps session hyphen computer name quote server01 quote. Once stored, you can then use this session variable with other CMDlets like invoke hyphen command. You would specify the hyphen session parameter followed by your $session variable, and then provide your script block with the commands you want to execute. This approach gives you much better control over session management and makes your code more readable. New-ps session can create multiple sessions at once by specifying multiple computer names. You assign the command to a variable like $sessions equals new-ps session hyphen computer name, and then provide a comma-separated list of computer names such as quote server01 quote comma quote server02 quote comma quote server03 quote. PowerShell will establish a connection to each computer simultaneously and store all the session objects in the session's array variable. This is incredibly powerful when you need to manage multiple servers at the same time, as you can then pass this array to invoke hyphen command to execute commands across all connected systems in parallel. New-ps session supports several important parameters that give you control over how sessions are created. The hyphen computer name parameter specifies the target computer or computers to connect to. The hyphen credential parameter allows you to provide alternative credentials for authentication when the current user account doesn't have access. The hyphen name parameter lets you assign a friendly name to your session for easier identification. The hyphen port parameter allows you to specify a custom port number. Though the default is 5985 for HTTP, the hyphen useSSL parameter switches the connection to use HTTPS instead of HTTP for encrypted communication. Finally, the hyphen session option parameter accepts advanced configuration options for fine-tuning session behavior. Here's how you use your persistent session with invoke hyphen command. First, you create the session using $session equals new-ps session hyphen computer name quote server01 quote. Then, you can reuse this session multiple times by calling invoke hyphen command with the hyphen session parameter set to $session, followed by your hyphen script block containing the commands you want to execute remotely. In this example, we're running get-service-name quote spooler quote. The key advantage here is that you can run invoke hyphen command as many times as you need using the same session variable, and each time it will reuse the existing connection without the overhead of establishing a new connection. This significantly improves performance when executing multiple remote operations. PowerShell provides several CMDlets for managing your sessions throughout their lifecycle. Get-PS session allows you to view all active sessions currently open in your PowerShell environment. Disconnect-PS session lets you temporarily disconnect from a session without closing it, which is useful when you need to step away but want to reconnect later. Connect-PS session allows you to reconnect to a previously disconnected session and resume your work. Finally, and this is critical, you should always close your sessions using remove-PS session when you're done with them. Leaving sessions open consumes resources on both the local and remote computers, so proper cleanup is essential for good system management and security hygiene.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.